him go. Lester, I'm going to prison for 1,000,000 years because of you.
Well, that would make sense because the SDSO and Crisscross seem to take 3 days to get to whatever they're trying to do here. So I'm not surprised they're arresting you now.
Yeah,
okay,
but I just
so Sexton said I could conflict you out of everything if I explain this to you.
No, it's not gonna conflict her. It's just if they ask her questions again.
Just say you're conflicted and then don't say anything else.
But okay,
that's always worse for the judges.
Tell me what happened. I don't even know what fucking happened.
Here's what happened. Everyone left the thing, you know, and we were just in the lobby. Everyone's memeing, and Art smacks me out because, you know, me and Art were just messing. Demi, you know how Demi is. Demi and Art are friends and all that. She tries to stab Art, but she doesn't hit Art. It hits Nancy a tiny bit, and she actually ends up stabbing this random Sebastian Birch motherfucker guy.
Okay.
That's literally it. That's literally it. Like, the whole lobby didn't even, like, nobody was, like, even, like, I mean, okay, I was carried out, but, like, nobody even really cared. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it was an accidental stabbing. Nancy was like, oof, I should go to the doctor. Art was just messing around. And then Sebastian Birch guy, who knows Demi. And then some random person calls, identifies Demi. And Artorias, Crisscross, here we go, great police detective here. Crisscross told Artorias who made the 911 call.
Who did it?
A person named Akira or something like that.
Just
Crisscross told Artorias who made the 911 call, by the way. I'll let you know that.
Oh.
Yeah, literally this, and Demi doesn't know her. I don't know how she knows Demi, but then Demi was like, well, I guess I'm pretty popular. I was like, whatever.
What the
that's
fuck?
That's it. And then Sebastian at the hospital, he retracted some details, and I was snooping on them because all the SDSO, like 4 fucking SDSO people came and like were investigating us at the hospital essentially. Like they weren't actually like doing anything. They were just like they fucked up the investigation. It didn't. We ran into the Ingvar guy as Demi was carrying me out, and like we literally like right after it happened, he's like, did anybody get stabbed here? And then we said no, and then we left, and they fucking show up at the hospital. We'd already changed clothes and everything. It's just like these guys like fucked up this investigation so bad.
My investigations take place on warehouses for 8 hours. That's what I do.
Yeah, well, these guys' investigation is don't actually catch the criminal at the place, and then take 3 hours to get anywhere to investigate anyone. And then by the time that you start interrogating people, everyone's heard about it. And like literally Crisscross is like, he's like, oh, have you heard about what happened? I was like, yeah, everyone's talking about it because of the way you guys are doing this investigation. Anyway,
I told you how he got me into the interrogation room, right? Calls me on my phone.
He interrogated you or questioned you?
Kind of questioned me. He's like, hey, can you come down? I have some questions. I'm like, okay, can you talk to Pawn? She's another sergeant. He's like, no, I want to talk to you about them. All right, I'll come down in a bit. I come down. I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, let's go to the interrogation room. It's quieter. I'm like, oh, that's fair. And then he turns the recording on. He's like, you know your rights. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What the hell?
And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to question you about the courthouse thing. I'm like, what?
He basically,
it was the most awkward shit.
He basically
I got
said
it all
that you and Demi colluded or witness tampered, essentially, is what he said.
What?
Yeah, because remember how we were talking outside?
Yo, he's trying to push that.
Well, I don't know if he's pushing it, but it's also not like it's literally not witness tampering because there's no threat or like literally has to be a threat, right? That's the part of or some kind of deal or something like there wasn't. But it's
so
like,
the way this would have to go if you wanted to push charges. Where we go?
Back to warehouse. I'm like clearing it out.
Oh, we're clearing it out. Okay.
Yeah. I'm moving all the wax and stuff to the store.
So the way you'd have to push it on like Demi and I, if it were to happen, he has to push it on the docket and then prove it in court. But if it goes to court, Demi will obliterate him.
Yeah, they don't have the fucking knife.
They don't have the knife, but they also don't have the law skills that Demi has.
I can't even tell you what happened with the knife. It was